Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear cadets of class 7, Assalamu alaikum. I, Mr. Abu Naim Muhammad Ikram, would like to welcome you all to my today's science class. Dear boys, today we will discuss chapter 12, the solar system and our earth, lesson 5 to 9. Boys, in the last class we discussed chapter 1 to 4. That was the first part of this chapter. Today, this is the second or last part. With this, we will conclude your syllabus. So, without any more delay, let us start our class. So, boys, at first, the lecture plan. You know, as usual, I always show lecture plans before my lecture so that it can be easy for you that what I'm going to discuss. So at first there will be key terms, then learning outcomes, our habitat, the earth. It's an important topic and one of the most important topic of today's lecture. Then rotation and revolution of the earth. We will learn in detail about these two terms. And in the last class, we also discussed about these two terms, that means rotation and revolution. Then we will discuss about the annual motion of the earth, its effects also. Then we will have an overview of the whole chapter. Then some sample questions, both CQ and MCQ. And at last, there will be a home task for you. So some key terms, and these key terms were discussed in the last class, so I'm not going to discuss it again. So if you have any queries regarding these key terms, please I suggest you to watch my last lecture video. And in this lecture, you will be able to learn that you will be able to explain the effects of the Earth's rotation and its consequences, and you will realize the effects of the Earth's rotation on the living being. Now the first topic, our habitat, the Earth. You know, we all live in this world. How is the shape of the Earth? Do you know? Can we understand its shape looking around it? Does it seem like a dice or plate? Apparently, the Earth seems to be like a plate. It is thought that we and our house are on the dice or plate. On the other hand, the plate is covered with the sky. But Earth is not like a dice or plate. It is round but not totally. The Earth is like an orange which is flat at North and South Pole. The Earth is inflated in the middle and is compressed towards the poles. The 3/4 of the Earth's surface contain water and only one part is covered with soil. There is gaseous atmosphere surrounding the Earth. See here, this image shows the atmosphere of the Earth, and the first layer of the atmosphere is known as troposphere, and second layer is stratosphere, and then mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. These are the layers of atmosphere, and we all live in the first layer, that means the layer which is adjacent to the Earth's surface, the troposphere. Have you seen the globe? Here I already I'm showing you the globe. You can see this. When we see it, we understand that the Earth is like a globe. So this is the actual shape of an Earth. See, it is not straight or vertical. it is somewhat slanting, and it is slanting 23.5 degree. We are staying over a sphere like a globe. The question is, why not we fall down from the earth? You know, the earth is rotating uh, on its own axis, and also it is revolving around the sun. But why don't we get fall down? Uh, it its cause is gravitation. Because of gravitation, we don't fall down. The earth attracts everything to its center with this gravitational force. As a result, nothing living on the earth's surface falls down. Now we will discuss about the earth rotation and its effects and consequences, and also later on we will discuss about the earth's revolution around the sun. Now you see, the sun rises in the east, it sets in the west in the evening. Next morning you see that the sun again rising in the east. It seems to be for this that the sun is rotating from the east to the west, centering the earth. In ancient time, man used to think that the earth is static and the sun moves around the earth and the earth rotates on its own axis. You have certainly played with a top. Top means in Bengali we call it latim. How does the top rotate? I think you all know, and you all have played with a top. The top rotates standing on the pointed head. At the same time, it travels circular or elliptical way from one place to another on the soil. Thus, the top has two-way motions. One is to rotate on its own axis and another is to travel a way on the soil. The earth has two-way rotations like top. The earth takes 24 hours to rotate once on its axis from west to east. This is called the earth's diurnal motion. So please make a note that the question may come that what do you mean by diurnal motion? If it comes, you have to write the answer in this way. The second thing is that the earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to revolve around the sun in its orbit, and this is called annual motion. This is another important uh, question which often comes in the exam. And in the last class, I showed you the differences between diurnal and annual motion in a table, and you will get help from that table. And please see that table again if you have queries still. Days and night occur because of the diurnal rotation of the earth, and there are some other results also. The tide occurs because of this diurnal motion. The days and night occur, and the wind movement is also influenced by this diurnal motion. The experiment below shows how day and night occur, and this is a very common experiment, and earlier in the previous classes you might have uh, read about this experiment. For this you need a candle and a globe. So here you can see the sun is like the candle, and globe, you know, it is the earth, the actual model of earth. So when the sunlight falls on the globe, that part is light, and if you rotate the globe you will see that the um, light portion and the dark portion is changing. And in this way, if you rotate the earth from west to east, you will find that days and nights are occurring continuously, and same thing also happens in our real life also. Here you can see the animated video of that experiment. In this way, the earth revolves around the sun, and at a time you see the earth is also rotating on its own axis. And also the moon has been shown here. The moon also revolve around the earth on its own axis, and total process is going on in a systematic manner. Now, like this experiment, the earth rotates on its own axis. As a result, day comes after night, night comes after day, again day comes, again night comes, again day. The process goes on. Thus, this change takes place. In other words, day, night, day, night, day, we see this change because the earth rotates on its own axis. See how does the earth rotates? See, the sunlight falls on the globe, and the globe is moving from west to east. And remember that the upper part of the globe is north, and the bottom part is south, and right side is east, and left side is west, and the earth rotates from west to east. Here you can see the actual graphical representation of the earth. Now see how does the day and night occur. See, the sun rises in the east and it sets in the west, and actually the thing is the sun doesn't rise or doesn't set. The fact is the earth moves. The day and night, it occurs because of the rotation of the earth. As we are in the earth, that's why it seems to us that the sun is moving. Actually, the sun is though the sun is also moving, but that movement is very minor. We cannot realize that the sun takes 25 days to rotate on its own axis, and it takes about 20 uh, crore year uh, to revolve around its galaxy. That means to revolve around the Milky Way, our galaxy, it takes 20 crore years. That's why the movement in comparison with the Earth, the movement of the sun is very minor, and we can say that uh, uh, the earth is moving, and the sun's, as the sun's movement is very minor and it cannot be observed or realized. That's why we think, or we consider this as a static celestial object. So you can see the movement of the sun. Actually, it is seen because of the movement of the earth. Hope you have got me, and even if you have any query, it will be clarified in the live session on 29th November. Now, the earth moves around the sun. That means the earth's annual motion. Let us discuss in detail about the earth's annual motion. Here you will learn many things. Dear boys, already you have known about the earth's diurnal motion, or the rotation on its own axis. Another motion of the earth is annual motion. So earlier we have discussed that earth has two types of motions. These are diurnal motion and annual motion. The earth takes 365 days 6 hours to move around the sun in its orbit. The period of the earth takes to complete the revolve is known as the solar year, or simply year. Fluctuation of day or night length and the change of seasons occur as a result of annual motion. We see different seasons in different time. This change of seasons happen because of this uh, uh, earth annual motion. See, the earth is somewhat slanting towards the sun, and it is 23.5 degree slanting or angular towards the sun from the vertical position, and it will be discussed later on that how does it happen and why does it happen. See, and you will learn four terms, new terms here. Those are summer solstice, winter solstice, autumnal equinox, and vernal equinox. So two solstice and two equinox, and I will also describe you about solstice and equinox. Please stay with me. Do you see the same weather throughout the whole year? Actually, no. In the month of January or Poush, Magh is uh, Ma, in the month of January or Poush, Magh, is it hot or cold? So January is coming. So what will be there? You know, is it hot or cold? Please tell me. I think you have got it. Is there weather of Ashar or Vadra same like Poush, or is it different? So I also hope that you will also answer this in the live session. In Bangladesh, we see different weather in different time. We feel cold in the month of Poush and Magh and hotter in Boishakh and Joishtha. Can you say why? You will be able to answer when you would know about how the earth moves around the sun. So let us see, and this picture will be described later on. See the same picture again. And before explaining this, I must say that this is a complicated topic, and please concentrate in my lecture so that you can clarify all your queries. The earth rotates around the sun being little bit inclined towards the sun. I have told you earlier that the sun is inclined about 23.5 degree angular distance towards the sun, and but the earth changes its inclined position at different time of the year. So this position changes. Actually, the earth doesn't remain same all over the year. It changes its position. That's why the length of days and nights become shorter or longer. So a particular part of the earth faces the sun at a particular time. A definite part of the earth facing the sun gets sun heat vertically for a long time, long line. In that part of the earth, the summer prevails. So you have already known that the equator of the earth is divided into two. The north part is called northern hemisphere and the south part is called southern hemisphere. We live in the northern hemisphere. So this map will be shown to you. Bangladesh comes closer to the sun on 21st June. So at this time we find the sun above our head. So 21st June is the longest day and shortest night in the northern hemisphere. The sun reaches its northernmost limits on 21st June and the date is known as summer solstice. So solstice is that when the sun reaches to its highest position or to its lowest position. So you know there are two geographical lines, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So Tropic of Cancer, I'll show you that which one is Tropic of Cancer and which one is Tropical Capricorn. When I will show it, I will explain it then. But during this time, there has been downpouring due to monsoon wind in Ashar and Shravan. We call this time rainy season. On 21st June, the southern hemisphere remains at the farthest distance from the sun. So see, this is the picture which I'd like to explain. So let us see what is said here. The 21st June is the longest night and shortest day in southern hemisphere. Then the heat of the sun becomes inclined at the heat of the sun is inclined at an angle. As a result, the southern hemisphere at this time gets less heat of the sun. Then their winter comes, such as in Australia, June, July, August are the winter season. But during that time in northern hemisphere we feel hot. So why does it happen? Let us explain. See, this is the globe or the earth. Here this line which divides the earth into two equal parts, this upper part of this equator, that means 0 degree latitude line, and these terms latitude, longitude, tropic of Cancer, tropic of Capricorn, you will learn in detail about these geographical lines in class 9. So in class 7 I'm going to tell you in short about these lines. This equator, this latitude or this line, it has divided the earth into two equal parts. The upper part of this line is called northern hemisphere. In Bengali we call it Uttor Golardho, and the down part or below part or bottom part is known as the southern hemisphere or Dokhin Golardho. So, and this tropic of Cancer, in Bengali we call it Korkot Kranti Rekha, and this is tropic of Capricorn, that means Mokor Kranti Rekha. You might have heard about these lines. So the sun's character is to remain within these three lines. So the sun doesn't go upward of this tropic of Cancer, and it also doesn't go downward of tropic of Capricorn. On 21st June, the sun remains on this line, that means on tropic of Cancer, and see, this is India and here it is Bangladesh, and this line passes through Bangladesh also. And as the sun stays on this line, that means when the days comes on the we see as the sun is in the nearest point to us or in the northern hemisphere, that's why we experience the longest day, and as it is longest day, that means the it should be the shortest night. And after that the sun goes to this line, and after that it goes to this line, it will come. So see what has been discussed till now, I'm going to explain that only. So when the sun stays at this line on 21st June, that is called summer solstice, as the sun doesn't go upward of this line. So this is the last northern limit of the sun. The sun will never gives its light vertically over this line. The sun gives its light vertically to this line, and this is the last limit of the sun in northern hemisphere. As it is the last limit, that last point of the sun, that's why it is called summer solstice. And again, when there is summer in the northern hemisphere, it means the northern southern hemisphere, that means see the some of the African countries or Australia, New Zealand, they are far away from the sun. That's why when there is summer in the northern hemisphere, it is winter in the southern hemisphere. I think you got it. And when the sun reaches to this line, then this region faces summer, and we, the people of northern hemisphere, as the sun stays the farthest distance from us, that's why during that time we face winter. So I will show you later on also. See, the earth changes its inclined position after 21st June. The northern hemisphere, including Bangladesh, moves a bit distance at the same time the southern hemisphere advances a bit towards the sun. In this way, on 23rd September, the equator of the earth faces the sun, and at that time the sun remains in equal distance from the north and south pole. So on the 23rd September, the duration of the day and night is equal both in both the hemisphere of the earth. Then over the equator, the sun shines vertically and it is hot in the equator. As the duration of the day and night is equal in Bangladesh, it is neither hot nor cold in here. Then the southern hemisphere, the winter departs and summer is coming. That means it is spring there. So let us see the figure again, what has been said till now. So after these, on 21st June, when the sun reaches to this line, Tropic of Cancer, on summer solstice, after that the sun doesn't go upward, it again it comes towards the equator, it comes down. So on after 3 months, the sun comes to this line, that means on 23rd September. So when the sun reaches to this line, it means it is giving the it is giving light equally both the hemisphere. That's why during this time the day and night in both the hemisphere become equal. So this has been said. On 22nd December, a part of the southern hemisphere remained facing the sun. Then Bangladesh is far away from the sun. So in Bangladesh, the day is short and the night is long. The sun shines inclined at the south. The heat of the sun is less, and due to inclination of Bangladesh, then it is winter. Uh, on the other hand, in Australia of southern hemisphere, the day is long and the night is short. The sun shines vertically, then it is summer in the southern hemisphere. So let us see the figure again. Here, after 23rd September, the sun gets down, and on 22nd December, the sun reaches here on the line Tropic of Capricorn. So this is the last end of the sun. The sun gives its light vertically. This is the last line, and it doesn't go down of this line, and that's why when the sun remains here, it is winter solstice for the people of northern hemisphere. And we always consider this based on northern hemisphere. We call it winter solstice when the sun remains on this Tropic of Capricorn. But remember, this when the sun remains on this line, that is not winter for the southern people. That is the for them it is summer solstice. So as we live in the northern hemisphere, we will explain everything considering our location. Remember this thing. So as we live on this line, so when the sun is far away from us, that means it is winter for us. And as it is the last point of the sun, that's why it is winter solstice. Again, after this, the sun will go upward, and on 21st March, the sun will reach on equator again, and on this, when it will reach on this line again, it is uh, um, uh, what should I call this is again, this is this means the day and night will be equal. So let me explain one thing. When the sun stays on this line, that is summer solstice, and when the sun reaches on this line, that means on Tropic of Cancer, that is winter solstice. So what happens when the sun reaches to equator? So from when the sun goes Tropic of Cancer to equator and it reaches here, that is called uh, autumnal equinox. Equal, from equal it comes the term comes equinox, that means equal day and night. So on this day, the day and night become equal, and it is called autumnal equinox. As you know, after summer the season autumn comes, and when again after autumn the winter comes, here it goes, and after winter spring comes. So when the sun goes from Tropic of Capricorn to equator, that means again it becomes equal day and night, and it is called spring equinox or vernal equinox. Remember, vernal equinox. So when the sun reaches, please take a note, when the sun stays on Tropic of Cancer on 21st June, that is called summer solstice, and when after summer solstice on 23rd September the sun reaches on equator, and it is called autumnal equinox, and after that the sun reaches to Tropic of Capricorn, and it is called winter solstice. And again after Tropic of Capricorn the sun goes upward, it doesn't go downward, as I said earlier that the sun's position or location is within this region. So after Tropic of Capricorn, again the sun goes upward and reaches to equator, and the days and nights become equal, and this is called spring equinox or vernal equinox. Hope you have got it, and even if you have any query, please ask me question in the live session on 29th November. So I have already explained this. Now, can you imagine what would happen if the earth doesn't move around the sun? No change of season would take place if the earth doesn't move around the sun. If there is no change of seasons, the one part of the earth will be, there will be darkness or night, and in another part there will be no darkness. That means always the light will remain there, and as a result there will be environmental imbalance in the world. So in this case, perhaps our country would enjoy dry season all the year, no winter season would come, or vice versa. That means all the time it would be cold in the earth. Due to the change of seasons, different crops grow in Bangladesh. Otherwise, only one crop would grow, and it would become difficult to live. In Russia and other cold countries, man would not be able to survive if the season doesn't change. Most of the parts of these countries remain covered with ice almost all the year round. At that time, no crops grows. When summer comes, the ice melts, then man grows crops. That means if the summer doesn't come, they would not be able to grow crops. Now let me explain that again. See, the center line, it is equator, and up to over this it is the Tropic of Cancer, and this is called Arctic Circle. Again, this line is called Tropic of Capricorn, and this is Antarctic Circle, and this line when the sun gives its lights to Tropic of Cancer, that means it gives light more in the northern hemisphere. That's why the day is longer and night is shorter in the northern hemisphere, and the opposite condition prevails in the southern hemisphere. That means longest night and shortest day. So after summer, the autumn season comes, and during this time the sun remains on equator. That means the sun gives its lights equally to the to both the hemisphere. That's why day and night becomes equal. Again, after 3 months, the sun reaches to Tropic of Capricorn, and at that time, the sun, as the sun remains in the southern hemisphere, that's why it is longest night in the northern hemisphere and shortest day. Remember, the length of days and nights, it become it changes based on the sun's position. So as the sun is farthest in the farthest point from the northern hemisphere, that's why we have a shortest day, and ultimately we have the longest night, and the opposite phenomena is experienced in the southern hemisphere. That means the opposite of us. That means here we had longest night, and there they have shortest night, and we have shortest day, they have longest day. Again, after when the sun stays at Tropic of Capricorn on 22nd December, the again after 3 months, the sun will reach to the equator, and again the day and night will become equal. So that's why on this time the temperature also become moderate. So these are the picture. You can draw this in any way. You can keep this line here, then this will be the first one, this will be second one, this will third, and this will be fourth one. So whatever you draw, just keep the sense clear and explain the whatever you draw in a correct way. And even I'm telling and again and again, this is a complicated topic, and very easy if you understand, and very tough if you do not understand. So watch again. I have explained it in multiple times, and in various ways. So even after that, if you have any query, I'm going to have the live session of the same class on 29th November, and I hope you all will be you all will remain present in my live session. There I will show you how to draw these figures, and how to explain this in a correct way. So see, in these figures you can see the position of the sun in different seasons. So when the sun remains in the northern hemisphere, during that time the sun's position is higher, topper, as it is closer to us. See, the sun rises and go to its zenith, means the highest point vertex, and it is setting to the east, and the sun is closer. This is northern hemisphere. See, this is north, and this is south, and this is east, this is west. So the sun rises in the east, and this way the sun sets in the west. The length of day is longer. Again, in the when it remains in the equator, on the equator, the day and night becomes equal. And when the sun's position is on the Tropic of Capricorn, that means in December solstice or winter solstice for the people of northern hemisphere, the sun's position is towards the southern hemisphere. Because of that, there is shortest day in the northern hemisphere and longest day in the northern hemisphere. So here you can see the figure again, and I will show you this later on also. See here the figure, same figure, and I'm showing you several pictures so that you can understand it very well. Please see this picture again and again and try to draw it, and I will show you how to draw it in the live session of my today's class. So see, when the sun remains on Tropic of Cancer, the sunlight is almost vertical, but when it remains in the southern hemisphere, so we get the light slantingly in an inclined way. So see, in the summer season, the sun's position is towards the northern hemisphere. That's why we have long day and short night. And the opposite phenomena happens in the southern hemisphere. That means for them, in when the sun stays at Tropic of Cancer, it is longest day for us and shortest night for us. And in the southern hemisphere, it is the shortest day and longest night. And the opposite happens in the winter season, as the sun remains in the southern hemisphere on Tropic of Capricorn. That's why in northern hemisphere we experience long night and short day, and they experience long day and short night. Hope you have got it. Now you see, just observe this figure. Here you can, I think if you are intelligent enough, you will explain this. And I have shown you several photographs, several animated videos, and I hope you all have got the basic concept of season change or Earth's annual motion. That means the effects of Earth's annual motion. And I will practically show you this thing when I'll be with you in the live session on 29th November. So let us see what is coming next. So again I'm showing you this picture shows that the sun's position is in the northern hemisphere. That means see, this is the equal part. That means the sun is on, the sun is giving its light vertically in a 90-degree way on equator. That means when the sun's light falls vertically on equator, that means it will give light in both the hemisphere equally. That means the darkness and the enlightened part is equal. That means day and night are equal, and it happens when, during autumn and spring. And here you can see it is indicated that the upper portion, look at the upper portion. The upper portion is always north in geography, you know. So when the sun's light falls vertically on Tropic of Cancer, see 90 degrees towards the Tropic of Cancer. This 23.5 degree north is indicating the Tropic of Cancer, and 0 degrees indicating the equator, and 23.5 degrees south indicates the Tropic of Capricorn. So remember this thing, and in class 9 we will learn in detail about this, and memorize the mathematical value of these lines. Tropic of Cancer, its value is 23.5 degree north. Equator's mathematical value is 0 degree, and Tropic of Capricorn's mathematical value is 23.5 degree south. And these lines indicates these figures 90 degree to 66.5 degree. This indicates the how the sunlight is falling on this region. So on this region the sunlight falls vertically. On this line it reaches on in an inclined way. That means 66.5 degree, and here 43.3 degree, here 0 degree. That means there is no light. There is no light in the Antarctica. See, and in Arctic region, that means in North Pole, whole day is day. There is no night part. And in the normal area, that means around this Tropic of Cancer, there is the length of enlightened part is more. That means day time is more and the dark part is less. Night is less, shorter. So now I am going to show you the most interesting and attractive thing of today's lecture. That means whatever we have discussed till now, I have brought everything and I have concised everything in a table. See, I have divided the 4 seasons. I would like to tell you that internationally there are 4 seasons. In Bangladesh, we call there are 6 seasons, but internationally accepted seasons are only 4. So these are summer, autumn, winter, and spring. So late autumn and rainy, these 2 seasons are not considered internationally. These are considered in Bangladesh. So at first the summer season, then comes autumn, and another name of autumn season is fall, and winter season, then spring season. So 4 seasons in 12 months. That means there will be 3 months of interval in between every season. See, here it is June, and after 3 months the September comes. July, August, September, and again after September, from September after 3 months the December comes. September, October, November, and then December. Okay, and after December, again after 3 months the March comes. So in this way the season changes. So what are the dates which we will have to remember? These are very simple. See, just remember 1, 3, 2, 1, and 2 is common with every figure. So just remember the last digit of this 2 digit, 1, 3, 2, 1, and 2 is common to everyone. So 21st June, 23rd September, 22nd December, and 21st March. So these are the dates which we have discussed about throughout the lecture. And on this date of that means in 21st June this time is summer, and 23rd September this time is autumn, 22nd December this time is winter, and everything, and 21st March it is spring. So everything is considered or taken based on the northern hemisphere. Remember, so whatever is said in considering the northern hemisphere, just imagine the opposite thing in the southern hemisphere. So as we are living in the northern hemisphere, we have taken everything based on northern hemisphere. So on 21st June it is summer for us, and on this day or on this date the sun perpendicular position or vertical position or the sunlight focuses or falls directly on the Tropic of Cancer. That means what is the value of Tropic of Cancer? It is 23.5 degree north latitude. Okay. Then on 23rd September, that means during this time the sun's perpendicular or vertical position is towards equator, that means 0 degree latitude. And again in winter, that means on 22nd December the sun's position is on Tropic of Capricorn. See, that means Tropic of Capricorn's value is 23.5 degree south latitude. Remember, the mathematical value is same but the direction is changed. So 23.5 north and 23.5 degree south. And again after 22nd December, 1st March come, and the sun remains on the equator. And this specific day is called summer solstice, as because after this day or date the sun doesn't go upward. That is, this is the last limit of the sun's vertical position. So that's why it is called summer solstice. In Bengali we call it Uttorayon. Okay, and this is autumnal equinox. On this date the day and night becomes equal, and after that winter solstice come. The sun during this time, as the sun remains on the Tropic of Capricorn, that means after Tropic of Capricorn it doesn't go downward. That is the last limit in the southern hemisphere, and from that again it goes upward and comes on equator again. So when it remains on Tropic of Capricorn, we call it winter solstice, considering northern hemisphere. So on this date in southern hemisphere, that is the summer for them, the people of southern hemisphere. And again after winter, when the sun comes to equator, it is called vernal equinox. Okay. Now, what is the characteristics or what phenomena happens on this date? That means when the sun remains on Tropic of Cancer on 21st June, longest day and shortest night occurs in the northern hemisphere. And in the southern hemisphere, it is just the opposite, shortest day and longest night. And on 23rd September, that means the sun remains on equator. So this you may think that these two are same, but not same. Here after summer it becomes equal, and here after winter it becomes equal. So it is not the natural phenomena is not same. So remember this thing, though the sun remains on the equator, but you have to think that after summer or from Tropic of Cancer it goes to equator, and here it goes to equator from Tropic of Capricorn. So the characteristics of two different things or two different position is totally different. So during this day the characteristics will be same. So this is autumnal equinox, day and night equal, and during vernal or spring equinox it is also day and night becomes equal. So weather condition during this time, as the sun remains closer or nearest position, that's why it is hot season. Okay, and as it remains in the middle position, that means moderate, neither hot nor cold. And as the sun remains the farthest position of point from the northern hemisphere or our position, that's why we feel cold. That means it is winter in our hemisphere. And again, when the sun remains in the equator, it is moderate. That means not neither hot nor cold. So see here the figure in summer on 21st June, the sun's position is towards Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer. This is equator, the middle line, it is equator. This is Tropic of Cancer. This is Arctic Circle. So as the sun lights is sun is locating over the Tropic of Cancer, that's why in the southern hemisphere the enlightened part is more. That means the length of day is more and length of night is short. This dark part indicates night, and enlightened part or white part indicates daytime. So again, see, when the sun remains on equator during autumn, this autumn season on 23rd September, that means day and night are equal. Again, see, when the sun reaches to Tropic of Capricorn, at that time here the enlightened part in the southern area is more and night time is less, and the opposite position in the northern hemisphere. That means when the sun reaches farthest position or point from the northern hemisphere, that time the day become shorter and night become longer. Again, the day and night becomes equal during 21st March when it reaches to equator again. So from this figure you can sum up, or you can have the gist idea or concise idea of the whole topic of this lesson especially. So I think you will be benefited, you will be highly benefited from this table. And even if you do not study the whole book, you can memorize or you can remember everything from this table. So I think you will make a note of this table and you will show me. Now see this graphical representation. See, the earth is changing its position. Here we can see the revolution of earth. Here we are not discussing about the rotation, we are rather we are discussing about the revolution. The earth is moving around the sun, and when the sun we considered summer as the first one, then autumn, then winter, and then spring. So it doesn't matter where you write the seasons. You may write the summer here, then the autumn will be here, and winter will be here, and spring will be here. It doesn't matter where you write, but you have to maintain the serial. You can also write down the summer here, then this will be spring, this will be autumn, this will be winter, and this will be spring. So this is the thing how you will draw the figure. So see, when the when it is summer in the northern hemisphere, it is winter in the southern hemisphere. So remember this thing, whatever phenomena is going on in the northern hemisphere, the just the opposite phenomena will be there in the southern hemisphere. So when summer prevails in northern hemisphere, then ultimately the winter will prevail in the southern hemisphere. So again in autumn, when the autumn in the northern hemisphere, that means there will be spring in the southern hemisphere. And when it is winter in northern hemisphere, that is the summer in the southern hemisphere. That means the, by this time you know about the hemisphere. Hemisphere means golardho. That means the upper part of the equator, 0 degree latitude or 0 degree latitude is called northern hemisphere, and the below part, bottom part of the equator or 0 degree latitude is called the southern hemisphere. So the characteristics or the that means the characteristics of the natural phenomena are different in both the hemisphere. So when it is spring in the northern hemisphere, there will be autumn in the southern hemisphere. I think you have I have I have what should I say, that I have made you clarified about the whole topic. And even if you have any query, you can ask me a question at any time. I have given you the phone number at the end of my slide. You can ask me at any time, as it is a complicated topic. Please see or watch the lecture video again and again and make it clear. Now, again, the figure C, I'm describing the same thing in many ways so that you can understand it very well. Here you can see, uh, uh, here see, when the sunlight fall on Tropic of Cancer, that means here, so the northern hemisphere is enlightened more and the dark part is less. That's why it indicates the summer solstice, or 21st June. It happens on 21st June. And again, see, when the light falls on equator, the day and night are equal. That's why it is autumn. After summer, autumn comes. And again, here you see the sun's position is towards Tropic of Capricorn. That's why the enlightened part is more in the southern part and darkened part is less there. And the vice versa is there. That means the opposite thing. The day is short and night is longer. And again, after winter, the spring comes and the sun remains on equator. That means 0° latitude, and the sun, the day and night are also equal. So this is the way how you will draw the figure, and in the live class tomorrow I will show you how to draw this figure. It is very easy, and after watching this lecture, I hope you will practice more and more, and you should follow that table. And whatever I have discussed today, I have tried my level best to make you understand, to make the concept, this complicated concept, a very easy one for you, and hope you will be benefited from today's lecture. Now, let us see what we have learned from this chapter. We have learned that the earth moves around the sun. The solar system is composed of the sun and the luminaries revolving around it and the huge space. The huge universe beyond our vision is called the space. The sun is one of the burning gaseous bodies like the other stars. This burning gaseous body contains mainly hydrogen and helium gas. The atom of hydrogen gas get mixed with one another and turned into atoms of helium. A lot of energy is produced in this process. Thus, we get heat and light from the sun. The small satellites move around the planets. The only natural satellite of the earth is the moon. The satellites are smaller than the planets. They cannot produce heat and light of their own. They get light from the sun. There are other luminaries in the solar system except the sun, the planet, and the satellites. They are comets, meteors, and asteroids. They are moving around the sun. The earth doesn't look like a disc or plate. It is rather round shape, like an orange. It is round but not completely round. The earth is like an orange which is slightly flat to the north and south. We are staying on the surface of the earth. The earth has two-way rotations. That means diurnal motion and annual motion. The earth is rotating on its axis from west to west towards the east, and it takes 24 hours. That means it is diurnal motion, and this is called Earth's diurnal motion. Secondly, the Earth takes 365 days 6 hours to rotate around the sun, and this is called Earth's annual motion. Day and night occur as a result of the Earth's diurnal motion, the fluctuation of day and night. That means the length of day and night, waning and waxing of day and night, it occurs because of this annual motion or because of the changes of seasons. Now, sample question. this type of question will come, and as I have completed the chapter, I hope that, I believe that you will be able to answer whatever question come from this chapter. It doesn't matter, you will be able to answer it. Another question. Now MCQ, this type of multiple choice question will be there in the exam. See, this type of different types of multiple choice questions have been set for you, so that you can have a clear idea about the question pattern. Now home task. What are the effects of diurnal motion and annual motion? You have to write it down and you have to submit it in my email. And this is my mobile number. You can call me at any time if you face any problem regarding your topic. Feel free to call me, and I'll be delighted to help you by any means. And just my request is to understand the topic and try to uh, capture whatever I said throughout the lectures. I have taken 2 lectures on this chapter 12, and it is it's a very important topic of your science book. So please, my earnest request to you is, please go through the book again and watch my 2 lectures, and I think all your queries will be cleared. So at last, I would like to tell you about the COVID-19. You know, the second wave is being faced by the uh, people of the world, and please remain at your home. Don't go outside. Don't play outside. Don't mix with the people of uh, your neighboring people, and uh, wash your hands and keep minimum distance whenever you go outside in urgent crisis or in crying need. And when you come home, please wash your hands and face and feet, and use and sanitize your hands with sanitizer. And I think by this time you'll all know about the health rules regarding COVID-19 or coronavirus. Please obey that. And with this, I would like to conclude my lecture here. Hope you have enjoyed it, and I'm going to take the live session also, so that I can clarify your further queries. And with this hope, I would like to conclude here. Thank you very much for being with me. See you in the next class, inshallah.